So Joel Embiid will be making his long-awaited return after missing 3 weeks tonight against the Timberwolves and Karl Anthony-Towns. I'm going to be previewing this game, so let's talk about it. So the Sixers are coming off a win on Thursday in Cleveland. It was their first time beating Cleveland this season, and they had to do it without Joel Embiid. It was the last game of our 6-game road trip, so now this first game where Embiid returns will be a home game at the Wells Fargo Center. So some good positives from that game that you would hope to see continue into the next game would be the bench production, specifically Shake Milton and Dwight Howard. Shake Milton put up 27 points last night, and my main takeaway from that is that he was shooting the ball very, very well from three. And if Shake Milton can get back his three-point shot that you kind of saw more of last year, this year he's struggled from three a little bit, he can be a much, much better and more impactful player off the bench. And Dwight Howard has been playing well off the bench as well. Last night I think he had 18 points and, or was it 10 rebounds? I don't know, it was around there, but he played very, very well last night. You just hope to see him continue his great play backing up Joel Embiid. So first thing I want to talk about with this game tonight is Joel Embiid versus Karl Anthony-Towns. So obviously last year we know what happened the last time these two players played each other.
Wow, and look at this, whoa! Embiid going at it with Karl Anthony-Towns. And the bench is empty, my goodness.
This is obviously a matchup of two top-tier centers in the league. In my opinion, the best center in Embiid, and then one of the best offensive centers in Karl Anthony-Towns. Obviously, the Timberwolves have been struggling this year, but Karl Anthony-Towns is still a very good player, so that would be a great matchup to watch, especially with Embiid coming back from injury. If you see him a little rusty in the beginning, I wouldn't be too surprised, but if he comes out and just plays very, very well, that wouldn't surprise me either because he's that dominant of a basketball player. I'm just really excited to watch him back out on the court and continue his MVP play. And hopefully the Sixers go out and get this win tomorrow with Embiid playing very, very well in his return and staying healthy, because that's the main thing you want to see with Embiid. One other thing I want to talk about, I guess, would be Ben Simmons, because Ben Simmons, in the past 4 games, I think has combined for only 40 points. He hasn't been very good offensively, and he's kind of reverted back to how he was being in the beginning of the season. However, on Thursday, what I saw against the Cavs was that he was attacking, he was being aggressive. I know he only shot 11 shots, but he didn't play in the fourth quarter, so that could take away from some of his potential shot attempts. He was attacking the rim, he just wasn't finishing, and that's a whole different story than the mentality he has. You hope to see him continue to be aggressive and try to get to the rim. I think Embiid opens up his game a little bit more. I think he plays better with Embiid because Embiid just does so much for your offense that he can draw so much attention on the defensive end, and Simmons can kind of go out early and look for his own offense in the beginning of the games like he was pre-All-Star break, and then come back and then look to pass more in the second, third quarters, and then maybe, turn it back on when he needs to. But obviously 2 for 11 and 5 points is not enough. You're not going to win anything with Ben Simmons giving you only that on the offensive end. Obviously he's a great passer, great rebounder, great defender, but he needs to give you more in terms of scoring. Let's hope he's more aggressive and better at finishing at the rim in this game. One thing I do want to say is that I feel like Ben Simmons is like the best player in the NBA that gets no calls. He never gets any calls. Like you see on Thursday against the Cavs, there were so many times when I thought that could have been a foul, that could have been a foul, but that could have been a foul, but they didn't call it. And I feel like just Ben Simmons just gets no calls in general. But that doesn't take away from the fact that he still needs to be better himself. You can't blame the refs for everything. You have to go and try to be better. Like Ben Simmons said, he needs to be better. He understands that. Let's just hope he gets back to that aggressive mindset and he plays as well as he can offensively in this game. And I think Tobias Harris, again, is another point I want to make. Tobias Harris on Thursday was not all that great, but I feel like a lot of it was he was limited by foul trouble, and then he didn't play in the fourth quarter because the bench was playing so well, and we already had a big lead at that point that we just sat and rested him, which I think was good. But yeah, Tobias Harris finished with 12 points or 14 points or around there. He didn't play very, all that great on Thursday night, but again, he was limited by foul trouble. Look for him to kind of bounce back. And then, obviously, like I mentioned before, just continue with the bench effort. Shake Milton, Dwight Howard, and Matisse Thybulle. Matisse Thybulle continues to play great defense off the bench. And let's just hope that the Sixers can go out tonight against the Minnesota Timberwolves and get this win in Joel Embiid's return. If I'm predicting Who's going to win? I do believe the Sixers are going to win this game. I think they're the much better team than Minnesota. Obviously, what you need to do is you need to contain Anthony Edwards. That is one thing, because Anthony Edwards, if he starts, really pre-game well, then it's going to be a little bit more difficult. And if you let them hang around in the game longer than they should, again, it can be more difficult, like I said in my pre-game for the Cavaliers game. But I think what you do is you get out to an early lead, you hold it, and you have to focus on stopping Anthony Edwards and Karl Anthony-Towns, because those two scores, if they can get going, they can be really, really dangerous. And they can themselves keep their team in the game. So I think you want to get out on them early, run in transition, and then get easy baskets at the rim. And then continue your hot three-point shooting with Danny Green, Seth Curry, and hopefully Shake Milton can keep up his three-point shooting that we saw from a couple nights ago against the Cavaliers, where I think he was 5 for 6. That's the type of Shake Milton we need to see. If you enjoy these type of sports talk videos, game previews, and other sports content like mixes and hype videos, make sure to subscribe to the channel, hit the like button, and leave a comment down below giving me your opinion on anything I said or just anything in general. I'd love to hear it. And that's pretty much it for the video. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.